Some trades went under the table while we're gone. Let's talk about the Chris Paul trade. What do you think? Chris Paul to the Golden State Warriors for Jordan Poole.
It's not that I think the trade's bad, because what I think they're gonna want to do more is kind of play like Curry at Davidson. And by that I mean, hey, they don't always have to run high screen and roll. They'll let Curry play off the ball some. But what I don't get with Chris Paul is, do you think that he stays on the Warriors? Do you think they flip him because is he still going to be a backup point guard? Like, yeah, he'd be good at it. I guess it's better than Jordan Poole. I guess he has like some leadership, maybe. I don't really see how he fits in. Like, I don't really think he moves the needle, right? That's the best way to say it. Do you think he moves the needle? Because I mean, they do. Like, don't you think losing DiVincenzo might hurt them more than getting Chris Paul?
Yeah, most definitely. But I do like the value that they got back from Poole, because I think Poole was done as far as being a Warrior. As far as
I don't think they got a lot of value back from him. I think they got a guy who was going to get cut. Like this, and Chris Paul's still good. Don't get me wrong. And I get, you get the salary, and you could trade that into expiring bullshit. But let's not make it like Chris Paul was this really big thing that we couldn't wait to have. Like, he was going to.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But
like, what do you think he adds to their team?
I think he adds to a little bit of the area of like short elbow in that whole area that Draymond be patrolling.
Do you think Steve Kerr talks him into like an Iguodala thing where it's like, hey, dude, like, you're a Hall of Famer, but just be a sixth man? Have you ever had it so easy? Like, imagine you're the sixth man on this team. Imagine you get to come in for 20. We're going to keep you fresh all year. You play 25 a night. You're going to win 6th man of the year. You close out some games and some matchups. Like,
you don't think he'll start?
No, he'll start? I don't think he's. So the starting lineup would be Looney, Draymond Green, Steph, Chris, and Clay.
Yeah.
No Wiggins?
I don't see why not.
I had him too small like that. I had him too small for that. I think you got to go Wiggins just so you have a defender. Because
what if Draymond comes off the bench?
Yeah, you really think he'll buy it more than Chris?
He did it. He'll do it.
I mean, for one series, he was right back in.
I feel like Draymond will be full game for that. I would start Chris. How about this? I think it can work.
The matchup predicates who will start. You know what I mean? Like, if you're playing a little bit bigger of a team, you kind of go with Draymond. But if you're going really small,
let's say this. Who finishes? I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
I would assume they would all like Chris, Steph, Wiggins, Draymond, Paul. But again, the only problem that I'm seeing is you have 3 bad defenders. Or not bad, 3 subpar. You have
Clay's not
subpar,
even.
Clay subpar, and Chris Paul at this stage in their career.
Yeah.
Like, we agree, Clay's not the defensive team member he used to be.
No. Okay. Draymond's still really good. Wiggins is still pretty good. Yeah. But I think it can work. I think it can work with a guy like Steph. Just him off all the shit and attention that gets brought up with Steph Curry with playing with him. I think it's going to open up a lot of shit in the middle of the court for Chris Paul. And are we going to see the Chris Paul, the high pick and roll? Fuck no. Like, that's not going to work. If he's going to come there and going to want to do that, his ass is getting traded in January off top. Like, there's no fucking way that is going to work. He's going to have to change up his game, and he's going to have to fit in with them more than them fitting in with him.
That's how I like how you said that one. And, he could make some tweaks to his game where it comes to, 3-point shooting. He could kind of just really work on spot up. I think that pick and roll stuff will be there but it'll be spurts. You know what I mean? Maybe second unit.
With the second unit.
And I think they'd love to play Steph off the ball a little bit more, in the regular season. Like, let's just, let's get him some time. And for Jordan Poole, you get to go to the Wizards. You're going to be the starting point guard. It's a rebuilding team. Have your fun. You and Kuz can jack up as many shots as you like.
And safe to say that punch ended Jordan Poole's Warrior career for
I think good. He was off the whole year.
Yeah, he looked terrible, dude, in that last series against the Lakers. It was really bad. So they moved off Jordan Poole. They got Chris Paul. Like Max said, I agree with him as far as like this might be just a rental until January or February. Get what you can at the trade deadline for Chris Paul because of the expiring. But we'll see,
Yeah, he
man. We'll
could just
see.
facilitate something.
Yeah, I don't know where he'll go, but Golden State is definitely going all in. Similar to like the Lakers. Like I think their window is short too. Because
I
when
love
is
the
Clay?
move to get him though. I think that's a smart, like it's a
Yeah,
smart
yeah.
hedge. Like,
Because the last couple years they've been fucking up because they put all their chips into these young guys, and half of them fucking sucked. Let's just be real. Half of them suck, or
hey,
half of them just
shout out to 7-2 Kaminga, maybe. Whatever that
7-2
means. That's
Kuminga.
what they say.
But Wiseman is out of there. Moody is not all that good, but he
No.
was yeah, come on. Like there's a
Moody,
lot of
they've
guys
all
that
been
they
kind of
flopped on.
underwhelming. And to be honest, they haven't really been given chances too. Because you
True.
have the weird COVID year, and then they're right back to contending, and
Well, it's
it's like,
Steve
hey,
Kerr. Like, do you blame
yeah.
Steve Kerr? It's
No,
like
of course
I'm
not. You
gonna
won a championship
yeah,
last year. Yeah, why would
exactly.
you?
And to top it all off, Max, like I'm dying with Curry, Draymond, and Clay. Like I'm not gonna back off of those guys. And I'm glad
No,
that
that's the
Draymond,
Spurs.
yeah,
I would ride them till the wheels fell off.
yeah,
That's how, like, I think that's the respect you give to the guys who've got you 4 chips and
yeah.
put you on the map.
The question, the reign ends for the Warriors when that situation comes up with Clay about money. I think that's when it's gonna get tricky. But for now, they're paying Draymond, Steph, everyone's good. They got Chris Paul. We're gonna go all in this year and see what happens. And no Lake Up, right? I think is Lake Up gone or the
No,
GM?
Lacob's there. Oh man, Bob Myers is gone,
Bob
the
Myers
architect
is
of the
gone.
team, which is
Right.
a pretty big thing because he was arguably the best GM in basketball for 10
Right.
years.
So who knows? Like, does Bob Myers do this deal?
That's
That's
something to
yeah,
think about.
because someone else is running things there. So